You've got, what is it, 23 districts out there where you have a Republican incumbent member of Congress in a district that Hillary Clinton won in the presidential.
Okay, so you want to talk politics. You want to talk politics? Okay. Well, first let me get to your first point. Yes, they always like to, I'm so proud to come from San Francisco, and I'm so proud of our San Francisco values, but that seems to be what they like to do, a cable car, LGBT, all of that. And that's, you know, how they put this all forth. And I saw Come From Away, the play, and in it they sing, make me a channel of thy peace. Do you know that song? Make me thy joy, there's darkness, light, hatred, love, despair, hope. And that's the anthem of our city of San Francisco. It's the song of St. Francis, our patron saint. And yet they want to characterize my city in a certain way and identify a candidate with me and that. And, you know, we're really proud of who we are. Now, some of these candidates I've never met. It's really important for these candidates to come from their communities, as this candidate did in Pennsylvania that you referenced. But it is important because your title and your job description are the same, representative. You're not representing my district, and I'm not representing yours. Job description, representative. Title, representative. So your point, Karen, was exactly right. There has to be a connection between the candidates and the districts make those decisions. History is on our side in terms of if the president's numbers go below 50, it's a bad year. The next year will be bad. I always say, tell me where the president is the November before the election, and I'll tell you if the door is open for us. If the president's under 50 of the opposing, well, let's say the Republicans, well, when Clinton was president, his numbers went down, they won. Bush, his numbers went down, we won. Obama, his numbers went down, they won. It's not dispositive of the election. There are many other things going on, and you have to be strategic, cold-blooded in terms of your decisions as to where you allocate your resources. But you never underestimate your opponent, never. But you don't overestimate them either. And right now, I have never seen in all my years in politics more enthusiasm at the grassroots level, wanting to take responsibility, to run for office, to support friends. That taking responsibility gives us opportunity. So again, this, what, 9.5 months since until the election? When it's 10.5 months until the election, whatever it is. It's not today. If it were today, I think that overwhelmingly we would win. It's not today. But we do have to make sure that we have truth. And we say to each other, this is about authenticity. Do the candidates go out, and they're not running against Donald Trump, they're presenting themselves, what their hopes, dreams, what their purpose is for being a candidate, and why they would want to go to Congress, and what they know about the subject and judgment they have, and how they think strategically to get the job done, and how that attracts people to them. So this is personal between the members and their the candidates and their districts. It has nothing to do with somebody who's not from their area.
And you're not a big fan of, as much as you have this reputation as a ardent liberal, you're not a big fan of litmus tests, whether it's for Democratic candidates, whether it's on issues like abortion, whether it's for getting people to declare whether they would vote for impeachment of President Trump. Are you concerned, though? You have all these potential 2020 presidential candidates out there, and they do seem to be sort of speaking up on these. Single payer is another issue that looks like it could be becoming a litmus test. Is that a problem for, is 2020 and where the party is on some of those issues a problem for some of your 2018 candidates?
No. But I appreciate you. I mean, it's certainly something that should be reviewed. But here's the thing. Our party is a Democratic party. It has a lot of vitality, diversity, and the rest. And as I said earlier, it's not for us to go in and say, you should be the candidate, and this is how you should. It's about what they can attract to what they're talking about. So I get credit for, oh, you've kept the party so unified. I don't. I shouldn't deserve that credit. What unifies the House Democrats and the Senate, and we're together on our better deal, better jobs, better pay, better future, is our unity about the economic security of America's working families. Whatever differences we may have on some of the other issues you mentioned or tactics that people may want to take, we are unified about that is our value system, about respecting our responsibility to meet the needs of the American people, America's working families, and to do so in a way that makes sure that people all participate in the prosperity and growth of our country. And also, I think my responsibility as a leader is to be unifying, but not just in my caucus, but in the country, and to be transparent, have transparency and openness. Let's do a tax bill, let's do an immigration bill, let's do an infrastructure bill, let's do it openly so people can see what the choices are. And then also, again, issues like impeachment and the rest, that will take its course, but it's not a unifying thing for the country to go down a path at this point, in my view. But overwhelmingly, I think a lot of people in the public have a different view on that. And if I were out there, I might too, but I have a different responsibility here. Transparency, unity, bipartisanship. That's why we come here. We don't come here to be doing party work. We come here to honor the values of our country. And again, that is to try to, in the solutions you choose, when you have some options, to bring people together.
So